to the sun.
Okay, everyone, welcome to this week's video. I don't know. I don't know, honestly. Let's see what happens, I guess. That's all I can say.
Luthor gazed up at Valdor's high walls. He smiled. Strange to find myself happy about seeing these walls. But it's something Strange to find myself happy about seeing these walls. But it's something familiar.
Guess that makes sense, yeah.
Numerous Valdorian guards are posted beside two teleportation glyphs, one red and one grey, on either side of the pathway that led towards the Valdorian wall. A tall, young teen with blonde hair and dark skin is talking to one of the guards. He wore lavish, deep blue robes and had a crown made of water circling his head.
Oh my word.
Luthor arched his brow at the bouquet of dead flowers in the young teen's hand. A Valdorian guard, who stood near the red glyph, said, "State your purpose for visiting King Roger of Winsohel."
What? Wait, what? King Roger? Okay, well, okay. We knew he was a prince, right? But, like, King Roger. Okay, why is that so weird to me?
In a boastful tone, and with a lifted chest, Roger said, "I see you know who I am. Of course I'm not surprised that my reputation as the hero king of Winsohel and the rainmaker of Baskjar precede me."
Okay.
The guard said dryly, "You came and introduced yourself to us yesterday." Roger said, "Ha, and you remember me. It's because my face and my presence are so very memorable, right?"
Okay, he has not changed much from the Roger we know.
The guard gave King Roger a stone stare. Roger cleared his throat and said, "As much as you enjoy my company, I'm astounded at how a king can be so generous with his time. I'm rather busy today, so let me get down to business." Roger cleared his throat and said, "As much as you enjoy my company, I'm astounded at how a king can be so generous with his time. I'm rather busy today, so let me get down to business. I'm here to seek an audience with Princess Annalise of Valdor."
Oh, okay.
The guard said, "State your purpose for seeking an audience with Princess Annalise." Roger said, "I'll have you know that my purpose is way more urgent than the one I gave you yesterday, so I can't leave without seeing her. There's this Roger said, "I'll have you know that my purpose is way more urgent than the one I gave you yesterday, so I can't leave without seeing her. There's this giant sandworm threatening Winsohel and we are requesting immediate aid."
Oh.
Roger said, "You don't want all the taxes my kingdom is paying you to go away, do you?" The guard said, "The king is the only one with the power to deploy the Valdorian army. The guard said, "The king is the only one with the power to deploy the Valdorian army. There's no guarantee that King Janos will see you today, but we can let him know about the sandworm threat." Roger squirmed a bit and said, "Well, I was hoping Princess Annalise can come to our aid. She's pretty powerful. Can you let her know about the sandworm problem instead?"
Oh, I don't think this has anything to do with a sandworm. It doesn't sound like it. You know, he'd probably want King Janos' help if it was, so,
The guard said, "The sandworm problem is a matter for the king to review. Unless you have direct business with the princess, we see no reason to bother Princess Annalise with this. Would you?" The guard said, "The sandworm problem is a matter for the king to review. Unless you have direct business with the princess, we see no reason to bother Princess Annalise with this. Would you like us to inform King Janos of your kingdom's sandworm threat?" Roger said, "Even though I, the hero king of Winsohel, am not a fighter at heart, if Valdor cannot help with the sandworm threat today, then I will have to protect my people with these hands." Roger flexed both of his hands in front of the guard. Roger flexed both of his hands in front of the guard. The guard showed no signs of admiration. Luthor walked up to the guard Roger was speaking to. The guard eyed Luthor and said, "State your reason for visiting Valdor, Master Timecrest." Roger turned to look at Luthor and said, "Let me save you some time and breath, Master Timecrest. They are even turning away the hero king of Winsohel today." Luthor looked at the guard. "I'm here to speak with King Janos about my engagement to his daughter." The guard nodded and said, "We will inform the king of your arrival. In the meantime, please use the red glyph and wait in the room it transports you to." Roger glared at the guard and said, "Wait, can you wait inside too if you inform King Janos about the sandworm?" The guard said, "For King Janos' orders, we must inform him of visits by Alyncia masters and have them wait inside the palace. Any other visitors, including kings from other empires, must wait outside the palace walls until they have been granted an audience." Roger sighed and said, "Well, if I weren't so busy being king, I'm sure I could become the Master of Water."
Sure, you go do that.
The guard said, "When you become the Master of Water, then you can wait inside the palace." Roger sighed and turned to Luthor. Roger said, "I, Roger Mendenhall, hero king of Winsohel, the rainmaker of Baskjar, requests a favor of you, Master Timecrest. Will you be so gracious as to accept?"
What is he gonna ask for him to take him into? I don't think Luthor has, like, is able to do that. I don't think it'd be
System
allowed.
message. I want to help Roger. Luthor. I know him from my timeline. One of two responses.
I do, but, like, I don't know if he's worth helping.
I know Roger from my timeline and I hate him. Please don't help him out. Two of two responses.
Okay. I don't think he's that bad. I don't hate him.
I want to help Roger.
I guess I'll pick the first one, even though I'm not sure what he wants, and yeah, but you know.
I want to help Roger.
Oh, always good to help a friend, I guess.
Responded. Luthor paused. Sure. Let me know how I can help, King Roger.
Okay, we'll see what he asks.
Roger flashed a big smile and said, if you see Princess Annalise, can you tell her I came by?
Oh, that's all? Okay, we can do that.
Roger said, and please tell her we're going to have beautiful kids together.
Oh my word.
If I see Princess Annalise, I will let her know you stopped by. Roger said, don't forget about the kids part. Luthor arched his brow. How old are you, King Roger? How old are you, King Roger? Roger grinned and said, I'm 16. Pretty impressive that I run my own kingdom, right?
Yes, I don't know. This is so weird. Oh my word.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot of pressure. Roger's grin grew bigger as he said, the pressure is huge, but nothing the hero king of Windsor can't handle.
Oh my gosh, this guy. Okay.
Luthor paused. At your age, how do you know that Princess Annalise is the one? Roger smiled and said, I know she's the one because of how she makes me feel. Annalise is the one that makes my heart go badump, POW, POW. He said, to be honest, I thought I was in love with another girl until I met Princess Annalise. He said, to be honest, I thought I was in love with another girl until I met Princess Annalise. Annalise's attitude annoyed me so much at first. Roger said, I actually hated Annalise when she first came to visit Windsor. I hated her so much that I didn't even try to impress her anymore. Roger said, not that I try to impress anyone. He paused and said, Annalise somehow became the only person I could be myself around. Roger said, you see, Master Timecrest, I might seem perfect, but I'm not. Roger said, around Annalise, I feel like I don't need to be perfect or have all the answers. Roger said, around Annalise, I feel like I don't need to be perfect or have all the answers. That will find them together. I owe it to her that I am a king today.
Okay, that is a bit sweet, you know, like the fact that like he can be himself around her and stuff.
He said, I'm sure her sister, Princess Riley, makes you feel the same way, Master Timecrest. He said, I'm sure her sister, Princess Riley, makes you feel the same way, Master Timecrest. Congratulations, by the way. I heard about your engagement. Lucky you. Luthor lowered his gaze before looking back at Roger. I'll tell the princess that you stopped by if I see her inside, King Roger. King Roger's face lit up and he flashed a big grin. King Roger said, don't forget to tell her we'll have beautiful children together, Master Timecrest.
The kids thing. The children thing. I can't.
As Roger turned to leave, a Valdorian guard that was standing near the grey glyph approached him. Roger looked at the guard and said, you don't need to come here and tell me to take the grey glyph. I know to take the grey glyph. Roger said, I already explained that the only reason I tried to sneak onto the red glyph yesterday was to test how alert you guards are. And you passed my test, so good job. The guard said, I didn't come here to reprimand you again, King Roger. Roger laughed loudly. He glanced at Luthor and said, Master Timecrest, I hope you don't think I was actually reprimanded by the guards yesterday. Roger patted the guard on the shoulder and said, my friend here is clearly joking. The guard sighed, but he held out his hand and said, I just want to shake your hand, Your Majesty.
What? That's a bit random.
Descriptive help. The guard sighed, but Roger's face broke out into a huge grin. He shook the guard's hand and said, well, of course. Needless to say that I don't do it for the admiration, but, it's nice. The guard said, I know a lot of my companions are annoyed by your presence, but I am honored to meet you.
Oh, okay. I don't know. This is just a bit awkward to watch. Yeah.
The guard said, I never agreed with how King Regis treated his people, and even you are an upgrade in my eyes.
Oh my, okay, that's a bit rude.
Roger paused and his grin faded. He looked the guard in the eyes and said, I'm going to continue doing my best for the people of Windsor. Roger paused and his grin faded. He looked the guard in the eyes and said, I'm going to continue doing my best for the people of Windsor. I don't want my people's faith in me, my family's faith in me, ellipsis, Princess Annalise's faith in me, ellipsis, to be misplaced. Roger stepped onto the grey glyph. It started to glow and the word Windsor started fading into the glyph. Roger looked at Luthor and said, "Next time you're in Windsor, Master Timecrest, allow me to treat you to the finest dwarfkin milk we have."
Oh, wow.
Roger teleported away as Luthor made his way onto the red glyph.
We know what that milk tastes like, guys. We know from AC's memories.
System message.
Or not AC's memory, what the? Okay, Roger's memories. Roger's memories, not AC's memories. It'd be cool if AC tried dwarfkin milk as well, though.
Luthor arrived in... System message. The red glyph is teleporting Luthor.
Okay.
Luthor arrived in a grand chamber made of dark pillars and stone. A large grey glyph is etched into one of the walls surrounding the chamber.
Where does that go?
Large red couches trimmed with gold formed a comfortable resting area in the middle of the chamber. Large red couches trimmed with gold formed a comfortable resting area in the middle of the chamber. A few ornate credenzas stood beside the couches. Large red couches trimmed with gold formed a comfortable resting area in the middle of the chamber. A few ornate credenzas stood beside the couches. A sparkling water dispenser sat on top of one of the credenzas.
That is fancy.
This chamber wasn't designed by my father. And it's not made out of Arlium. Maybe it's new. Valdor has changed too. A new chamber and a new princess. I'm glad there are no guards, but I was hoping I'd be teleported into a part of the palace I recognized. System message. Are you nervous to seeking generals? 1 of 3. What did you think of Roger? 2 of... Roger sure had nice things to say about Annalise. Do you... Verticals?
Oh.
Roger sure had nice things to say about Annalise. Do you feel the same way about Riley? 3 of 3 was...
I feel like that's a bit...
What? Are you nervous to seeking generals? 1 of 3
I actually kind of feel the first one or the third one.
Roger sure had nice things to say about Annalise. Do you feel the same way about Riley?
You know what?
Roger
I'll pick the first.
responded.
The first one, the third one.
Luthor paused. I feel like not being compared to Roger.
I mean...
I feel like it's a different situation between Roger and Annalise and Riley and me.
Oh yeah, that... Oh, no, yeah, that... I do get that. Yeah, it is.
Luthor caught with the corner of his eye something shiny and round floating through the doorless archway of the chamber. Luthor turned. Model 1. Descriptive. Model 1.
Oh my gosh, is it really? Is it really Model 1?
Descriptive. A robot similar to Model 1 floated to Luthor and said, "Would you like something to drink? Today's special is pure white flower tea with ruby dwarfkin milk." A look of disappointment crossed Luthor's face.
Oh my god. No, it would have been so cool if it was actually Model 1.
No thanks. Luthor paused. By any chance, have you seen a robot that looks like you, but is purple? The robot said, "I do not understand your request. Would you like a snack while you wait? Today's special..." The robot said, "I do not understand your request. Would you like a snack while you wait? Today's special is barbecue chips." Luthor sighed and stood looking at the robot for a moment. "Sure, I'll have some chips." The robot said, "Excellent." The robot floated to a nearby credenza, extending out a small robotic arm from its body and opening the credenza. As the robot worked to retrieve the bag of chips, Luthor stepped behind it and pressed a spot on its shiny round surface. Descriptive. As the robot worked to retrieve the bag of chips, Luthor stepped behind it and pressed a spot on its shiny round surface.
What is he doing?
The robot froze and a panel slid open on its body. Luthor peered at the inside of the robot and started configuring things. Good. The controls are unsecured.
Huh.
After a while, Luthor stopped and closed up the panel.
What on earth was he doing?
The robot said, "Advanced request mode activated." Have you seen a robot that looks like you, but is purple? He goes by the name Model 1. Descriptive. The robot said, "I have not seen a purple robot that goes by the name Model 1, but I only have basic memory capabilities." How frequently is your memory wiped? The robot said, "After the departure of each guest. Here's your bag of chips."
Oh.
Descriptive. The robot said, "After the departure of each guest. Here." Luthor sighed and took the bag of chips. Luthor tried to fit the bag of chips into the pocket of his cloak, but they didn't fit. Luthor held onto the bag in one hand as he opened up the robot again. Luthor started to enter a new configuration into the robot.
I do not know what he... Okay, I guess maybe Model 1 is around, but like, I don't know. How...
Do you think Model 1 is alive? Luthor continued to configure the robot. System message. Luthor.
Okay, oh my gosh, no.
Yeah, I think Model 1 is alive. 1 of 5. I don't want to give you false hope. I think Model 1 is gone. 2 of 5.
No, that's the thing, because like, I don't know, like, I feel like it could be the second response, but I feel really bad because, like, there could, like, we don't know that they, like, destroyed Model 1. They said that they would, but, like, who knows? Maybe they actually just, like, you know, decided to make their own robots like him, and so he's, like, still alive somewhere?
What are you doing to the robot, Luthor? 3 of 5. Are you saving the bag of chips? 4. Say nothing. 5. Are you saving the...
Oh my
What are
gosh,
you
no. I kind of don't want to click any of these. I don't feel like clicking any of these.
I don't want to give you false hope. I think...
I don't want to say nothing, though, because he just asked me a question.
Yeah. I think Model 1 is alive. 1 of 5. What are you doing to the robot? Luthor, are you saving the bag of chips?
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Help. I don't know what to say. I don't know, because, like, the thing is, I can just say, are you saving the bag of chips? But that's, like, very, like, changing the subject, and I feel bad, because, like, Model 1 was his friend, but then I don't want to click, like, any of the, like, ones relating to Model 1, because...
Yeah, I think Model 1 is alive.
Okay, I'll click this, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess, you know. I mean, hopefully, at
Clock.
least hopefully.
Gears.
Hopefully he is.
300 gold. Luthor looked down at the ground. He nodded as he went back to working on the robot. Yeah. Luthor finished working on the robot and closed up the panel. The robot said, basic request mode activated. Repeat to me the new command I entered. The robot said, if encounter with Model 1 occurs, tell Model 1 that Luthor is sorry.
Oh my gosh, no! That's so sad. That's so, oh my gosh, guys, I can't. That's so sad. I feel so bad for Luthor. I can't. Oh my word. Okay.
Luthor swallowed hard before moving towards the doorless archway. Still hold. Are you trying to stop? Luthor swallowed hard before moving towards the doorless archway, still holding onto the bag of chips in his hand. The robot floated in front of Luthor. Are you trying to stop me from leaving this chamber? The robot said, I do not understand your request. The special creature on display today is the Chomparchiki. On display? The robot said, a display case surrounds this chamber to entertain our guests with Valdor's collection of exotic creatures. Luthor exited the waiting chamber into a curved hallway. Luthor exited the waiting chamber into a curved hallway. The wall opposite of the chamber is completely made of a crystal clear glass. A giant creature with large wings, a furry body and bones jutting out of its head, sat behind the glass. It had one round, large eye in the middle of its face.
That sounds quite... oh my... Ew. Oh my gosh.
The Chomparchikis are moved and focused on Luthor. The creature began to move and beat its wings, ramming its body into the glass. Luthor backed away, but the Chomparchikis' attacks didn't have any effect on the sturdy glass wall. Luthor moved towards the glass and pressed his hand against it. The Chomparchiki's head moved close to Luthor's hand. The Chomparchiki's head moved close to Luthor's hand. It opened its mouth, showing off a large set of teeth. I have to say, this display case is pretty cool. I've never seen a Chomparchiki in person before. Luthor started walking down the hallway and the Chomparchiki inside the display followed him. Down the hallway, a young female voice said, Why are you following me, thy mate? An elder male voice replied and said, I'm not done advising you. Why are we in the waiting area? Are you expecting a guest? Descriptive. An elder male voice replied and said, I'm not done advising you. Anjulie said, I'm not expecting anyone, but I sense that Master Timecrest is in the waiting area. I have something to ask him, in private.
Okay, that's weird.
Luthor walked towards the voices. The elder male voice sounded cheerful as he said, You amaze me with the things you can do, Princess Annalise. The elder male voice sounded cheerful as he said, You amaze me with the things you can do, Princess Annalise. It's thrilling to be training someone I believe will be a strong ruler for Valdor again.
Oh my, okay, don't be mean to Riley. Don't be mean to Riley. It wasn't her fault, okay? Some people are more, like, some people are more susceptible to things and more, like, wanting to do them. And, oh my, okay.
He said, I shall take my leave as you asked, my princess. Luthor's eyes widened. That's Val Elder's voice.
Oh my gosh, really?
Luthor rushed towards the voices. The Chomparchiki followed Luthor from within the wall.
Maybe he knows where Model 1 is? I don't know. I don't think he'd tell us.
Val Elder said, To get on with my advice, High Commander Valdem would not take lightly to the things you have to say. It's not wise to threaten your father.
Threaten him? Oh my, what?
Anjulie said, I asked nicely before, but I didn't get what I wanted.
What does she want?
Anjulie said, This time, I'm telling the High Commander to tell my father that if he doesn't put Ryla's mother in the same burial chamber with other Valdorian royalty, I will stop making public appearances.
Oh my gosh, he didn't do that. He did not put her in the bed. Okay, that is, oh my gosh. Please, I am happy that she's doing that now. I'm so happy that she's asking for that.
Valdor said, why do you continue push for that weak woman, Princess Annalise? Not to mention, Riley was by far the worst student I had.
Oh my gosh, you freaking, I don't even know.
Annalise said, because. She said, because. Valdor said, I definitely did not hear a good reason there.
She deserves to be buried with everyone else.
Luthor neared the voices and saw Annalise standing next to Valdor. Annalise is a young woman with long, jet black hair and pale skin. She wore a regal, red dress with golden shoulder straps. The top. Annalise is a young woman with long, jet black hair and pale skin. She wore a regal, red dress with golden shoulder straps. The top of her head is adorned with a golden crown. High Mage Valdor. Both Valdor and Annalise turned to look at Luthor. Luthor looked on with surprise as Valdor bowed to him. Valdor cleared his throat and said, it's good to see you, Master Timecrest. I was just taking my leave. If you'll excuse me. Wait. Did you destroy my robot, Model 1, High Mage Valdor? Annalise narrowed her silver-colored eyes at Luthor. Valdor clasped his hands behind his back. Why do you bring up something that has long passed, Master Timecrest? You might be over it, but I'm still not. Tell me, is Model 1 gone? Did you... You might be over it, but I'm still not. Tell me, is Model 1 gone? Did you really just... You might be over it, but I'm still not. Tell me, is Model 1 gone? Did you really destroy him? Valdor said, yes, Model 1 is destroyed.
No.
Through gritted teeth, Valdor said, I'm sorry again. Luthor squeezed his hands together.
I don't think he is sorry. I think he's just saying it for the sake of talking to a master.
Do you maybe have anything left of Model 1? Valdor narrowed his eyes. He said, are you okay, Master Timecrest? For something that happened over a decade ago, it almost feels like your wound is fresh.
'Cause it is, okay? Just... Oh my...
Luthor paused before locking gazes with Valdor. Losing a friend is something that will always haunt me. Some days I'm okay. And some days I'm okay. And some days I remember. Some days I'm okay. And some days I remember. Today I remember. Valdor paused before nodding and saying, I'm sorry, Master Timecrest, but it's Valdorian tradition that we don't leave traces of anything we destroy.
Oh my god. That is... Oh my god. Do you have... Maybe, like, you have something from him that, like... I don't know. Did you, like, have any more materials that you used to, like, create Model 1?
Luthor swallowed hard. Valdor said, now, is there anything else I can do for you, Master Timecrest? Luthor took a deep breath and shook his head. Valdor bowed and walked away. Luthor is looking at Annalise, who is regarding Luthor. Luthor is looking at Annalise, who is regarding Luthor. Annalise is short and barely reaches Luthor's shoulders. Luthor is looking at Annalise, who is regarding Luthor. Annalise is short and barely reaches Luthor's shoulders. She scowled as one golden strap of her dress slipped off her shoulder. She pulled up the strap. I overheard what you said about Riley's mother, Princess Annalise. I'm sure Riley would like to know you're fighting for her. Annalise glared at Luthor and said, don't you dare tell her unless you want to die, Master Timecrest.
I'm sorry, but Luthor is a master in this timeline. She just threatened a master, and it's just... You know what? Okay, this is clearly Elise, and that is such an Elise thing to say. The only thing is, I can't believe that Elise is a princess in this timeline. Like, for some reason, I personally can't imagine Elise as a princess. I mean, maybe, but like, I don't think she'd really want to be a princess. I don't know. It's weird.
She lowered her gaze as she said, and if you think I'm bluffing, I've killed people before.
Okay.
Luthor narrowed his eyes. Okay, I won't tell her. But I won't tell her. But I encourage you to tell Riley yourself. You'd make her really happy. Annalise didn't answer, but the corner of her mouth curled up slightly. Okay, system message. Can you ask if Annalise knows someone called Elise Maybell? 1 of 3 respond. Can you ask Annalise what her favorite color is? 2. Say nothing. 3 of 3.
I'll ask her what her favorite color is,
Can you-
random, but, you know, why not? Why not, you know? Random
Clock.
conversation.
Respond. Luthor arched his brow.
Yeah.
What is your favorite color, Princess Annalise? Annalise said, that's an unexpected question.
Mm-hmm.
I like to keep things interesting.
Yes, you do. Well, I do as well, but, you know. Yes.
Annalise shook her head and said, colors, ellipses. My favorite colors are black and pink. Luthor nodded.
That's interesting.
How about red? Annalise said, I do love blood red. As a Valdorian, it's good to like the color red.
Okay, that's getting a bit dark.
Annalise said, yup. It's the only upside of all these dresses I'm made to wear. Luthor paused. Descriptive. Luthor paused. I overheard you need to go through High Commander Valdem to get a message to your father. Why can't you just talk to Janos directly?
Yeah, that seems weird.
Annalise regarded Luthor before she said, I'll answer your question if you answer mine. I'll see what I can do.
What was her question? My memory span is like 2 seconds, so I don't know what her question was.
Annalise said, I sensed your presence, but it doesn't feel like the Master Timecrest I know. I was curious, so I came to see what's up.
Ah. I don't know what... Are you gonna tell her? I don't know if... Okay, I don't think he'll tell her, but you know, he might.
Annalise said, and now that I've seen you, I just know something is off. What is that supposed to mean? I am the same person.
Yeah.
Annalise said, you're lying.
He is the same... Well... He is the same person, just a different version of that person. Also, like, yeah, she can see auras or something, or I don't know what she can see, but like, how can she tell? Like, I'm curious about that.
Annalise frowned at Luthor and said, whatever it is you have going on, it better not end up with Riley getting hurt.
Oh, it's so sweet the way she just actually does care about Riley, like, just like sidelines.
Luthor's expression softened. You have nothing to worry about there. I don't want anything that I do to hurt Riley. Annalise scowled as both straps slipped off her shoulders. Annalise scowled as both straps slipped off her shoulders. She didn't fix the straps this time. Can you answer my question now? Annalise said, you didn't answer my question, but I'll still answer yours because I don't care about keeping my father's secrets. Annalise said, I can't speak with my father directly because he's currently in a part of the palace that is inaccessible to anyone else besides him and his trusty friend, High Commander Valdem.
Oh. That's strange.
She said, the High Commander tells me my father needs alone time to think. My father has been doing a lot of thinking lately. Annalise said, I think he's really sick. He might be close to dying.
Oh,
That's why I've been made to do so many public appearances so that I can take over Valdor as soon as possible. Is he sick with the Valdorian disease? Annalise said, nope. The Valdorian disease is gone unless Dr. Fulgur brings it back. Besides, Annalise said, nope. The Valdorian disease is gone unless Dr. Fulgur brings it back. Besides, if my father was sick with that, he could always just ask Dr. Fulgur for a cure. The man does work for him.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. That's so good that, like, you know, it's not affecting people anymore, at least as far as you can tell, you know?
Luthor's eyes widened. So Dr. Fulgur does have a cure. Annalise said, I knew it. You're not you. Annalise said, the real Master Timecrest would know that Dr. Fulgur stopped working for my father after the quarantine zones were abolished. Annalise said, not only that, Master Timecrest should know that Dr. Fulgur has been apprehended by the Master's Council due to illegal experimentation.
This is not looking good.
Luthor heard the sound of Annalise's foot tapping on the ground. She crossed her arms. Luthor heard the sound of Annalise's foot tapping on the ground. She crossed her arms and said, so, who are you? Luthor took a deep breath.
He has to tell her now, like, there's literally no other options, is there? I don't know, he could lie, but what could he say?
I am Luthor Timecrest. I just have some memory issues right now. That's all I want to say at the moment. Annalise narrowed her eyes. Annalise narrowed her eyes. She is silent for a moment before she said, interesting. Okay, I believe that. Thank you for not asking more about it right now. Annalise said, I'm just not interested in hearing more lies.
Oh my gosh, okay.
You seem to know that Dr. Fulgur was the one who started the Valdorian disease. Is that common knowledge or did you figure it out?
Oh yeah, that is a good question.
Annalise said, you're not kidding about the memory problems. We had this conversation before. I suspected it, but I don't have any real proof. Annalise said, my father would kill me, or anyone, if we had proof that one of his workers started the Valdorian disease.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Wrong, that's wrong, but okay. He was killing his own people, basically, for the sake of killing other people that, did nothing wrong, per se.
I need to see Janos. I'll wait as long as I have to. Annalise said, when he goes to think he won't see anyone and no one knows how long these thinking sessions will be. I need to speak with your father, Princess Annalise. Can you tell High Commander Valdem to tell Janos that I have urgent things to discuss with him regarding the first human in Alyncia? Annalise said, the first human? Huh? You mean the person where, weirdly, there are no existing records of?
Yeah.
Will you help me, Princess Annalise? Annalise said, I have a hard enough time fighting for the things I want already, but I'll consider helping you if you leave Riley.
Really? What? Okay, that's a weird request.
Why do you want that? I'm not saying Riley can't live without me, but I think she wants to be with me and it'll hurt her if I leave her. Besides, you're the one that told me not to hurt her. Annalise looked at the chomparchiki on the wall beside Luthor. The chomparchiki has its mouth open, bearing rows of humanoid teeth. Annalise said, I see the chomparchiki has taken a liking to you, and by liking I mean it wants to eat you. You know, Annalise said, I see the chomparchiki has taken a liking to you, and by liking I mean it wants to eat you. You know, Master Timecrest, that chomparchokis are supposed to be mutated moths from the human world.
Mutated moths? Ew. Oh my gosh. Okay, moths are like fine, but like the fact that like a moth turned into that thing? Yeah, anyway.
Are you saying things from the human world don't belong in this one? Riley is actually fearful you might have something against humans. Annalise said, I have nothing against humans. Annalise said, I just think it's interesting that the chomparchiki in its rightful world can be beautiful and harmless, but in our world it's one of the most grotesque monsters.
Yeah, that is weird.
Annalise said, my point is, monsters are better off finding a place where they belong. Luthor looked back at Annalise. Annalise said, I've found my place alongside my father. He is a monster and so am I. Annalise said, Riley is different from me. She is different from you. You don't belong. Annalise said, Riley is different from me. She is different from you. You don't belong by her side.
Okay. That's kind of harsh, you know? Calling Luthor a monster, basically, you know?
Annalise said, but more importantly, if Riley stays with you, she'll always hurt because she doesn't think she's good enough for you. If you leave, she'll hurt for a while, but she'll recover because she's strong. If you really love her, then fine. But if you don't, stop giving her false hope. Luthor Timecrest.
Oh my, okay.
Luthor paused and smiled. I'm glad you think Riley is strong, but I'm not going to break up with her just so I can get something I want. Annalise said, I guess we're done talking here then. One more thing, King Roger was here to see you, Princess Annalise. Princess Annalise said, Roger who? He was holding a bouquet of dead flowers. The corner of Princess Annalise's mouth curled up a bit. Annalise said, what kind of fool brings a bouquet of dead flowers? The kind that likes a monster, I suppose. She said, I want nothing to do with a fool, Master Timecrest. Luthor arched his brow at Annalise. Then you should stay away from Roger. He is definitely a fool. He rambled on about how beautiful the children you two would have together would be and how he owes it to you that he's a king. Annalise looked away for a moment. She said, thank you for warning me about him, Master Timecrest. You have to marry a Valdorian. You have to marry a Valdorian. Isn't that right, Princess Annalise? Annalise lowered her gaze. Did you agree to inherit Valdor for your sister, Princess Annalise?
That's a good question.
Annalise looked taken aback. Annalise looked taken aback. She said, what? I think you only went for the crown so Riley could get her freedom. A Valdorian guard neared Luthor and Annalise. Annalise pulled up the straps of her dress. The guard bowed at both and said, my apology for keeping you waiting, Master Timecrest, but unfortunately the king has other business to attend to today and will not be able to see you. When can he hold an audience with me? The guard said, the king will send notice to you when he is available for an audience, but has told me to send his apologies that the wait could be a while. Please tell King Janos that I have urgent things to discuss with him regarding the first human in Alyncia. He should know what I mean. The guard arched his brow at Luthor and said, I will pass on your message to my king when he has time to hear it. Luthor sighed. Okay, thank you. The guard bowed and left. Annalise is still standing nearby, watching Luthor. Is that guard going to pass along my message? Annalise said, he won't. A Valdorian's respect for even masters is a lie.
Wow.
I don't suppose this hallway leads anywhere? Annalise said, guests can't leave this area without supervision and I'm not planning to break any rules for you today. Luthor sighed. I'm going to do my best not to hurt Riley, but you're right. I do have something going on. I can best protect Riley if I have all the answers I need, and talking to your father will help me get some clarity. Annalise tapped one foot on the ground as she listened to Luthor. Annalise tapped one foot on the ground as she listened to Luthor. She said, do you know what is the biggest difference I see in you today? I don't know. You don't seem to like me very much. So something bad? You don't seem to like me very much. So something bad? Annalise said, you're kinder today, Luthor.
Really?
Luthor blinked. You thought I was mean? Annalise shook her head and said, Maybe kinder is the wrong word. Maybe it's more like innocent.
What?
System message. Please tell Annalise that she is a person. She's not destined to be a monster. She's a person. Has requirement. 1. Required. 200 relationship with young Luthor. Do you think Princess Annalise is cute? 2 of 3 responses. Say nothing. 3 of 3 response. Required. Please tell Annalise that she is a person. She's not destined to be a monster. She's a person. Has Please tell Annalise.
I'm saying this because like she seems like, you know, she is nice. She is
Clock.
really nice. And,
Gears.
like, you know, she is not a monster.
Respond. Luthor paused. Luthor cleared his throat. I just want to say you're not a monster. I just want to say you're not a monster. You're a person. Annalise's eyes widened. She said, I don't know what you're trying to say, Master Timecrest. Luthor paused as he looked at Annalise. Luthor paused as he looked at Annalise. She had wrapped her arms around herself. You called yourself a monster earlier. Did someone else call you a monster first? Annalise didn't reply.
Oh, now I feel bad. Who called her a monster?
She took a deep breath. She took a deep breath. After a while, Annalise said, Thank you. That was a weird thing of you to say to me, but nice in a weird sort of way. Annalise turned around and left.
Okay, bye.
Luthor sighed and started walking back towards the chamber. The Chomparchiki behind the wall moved with him. I guess Janos is a dead end for at least a while.
Yeah, I don't know, there wasn't really any point of coming here, but I am glad we came. You know, we saw Roger and Elise/Annalise, I guess, which I really liked, Annalise. Like, I really like her personality. I don't know what it is, like, she's just so, I don't know, like, feisty? I don't know if that's the right word. You know what I mean, though? I don't know.
Luthor continued to walk in silence for a while. But I am a master, which means I can meet with other masters. Maybe they know something about Alvin.
That is a good place to go. What are you trying to do to just like get him to not have contact with you, or like not be able to? I don't know. What's the plan?
Luthor reached the chamber. The robot said, I see you have not eaten your barbecue chips. Do you want me to take them back?
The barbecue chips, I forgot they existed.
I'm keeping this. The robot said, Excellent. Can I get more bags? The robot said, I'm sorry. Barbecue chip quantities are limited to 1 per guest. Can I get more bags?
Okay.
Luthor walked over to the glyph etched into the wall. How do you use this? The robot said, to use the transportation glyph, touch it and think of the place you want to go. After the place appears, simply walk through.
That's handy. Oh wow, that actually sounds so cool. Oh my word, that genuinely just sounds amazing.
Luthor touched the glyph and an image of Lyal soon appeared. Luthor walked through the glyph. System message, Luthor's teleporting. Luthor stood outside his house in Lyal. Ash jumped out from behind a corner of the house.
What?
Luthor took a step back. Ash, what are you doing back here? Ash said, Brother, I remembered that you have a Masters Council meeting tomorrow. Ash said, Well, I didn't remember, but AC mentioned how annoying it was that he wouldn't get to have breakfast with his brother because Head Guildmaster Crane had to attend the council meeting. Luthor took a deep breath. Oh, wow. I didn't expect to be meeting the Masters so soon.
It's not good. It really isn't, because, like, it'll be so hard to act normal. Like, oh my... oh my... Okay.
Luthor shook his head and looked at Ash. This is good. Ash blinked and said, Phew, I was worried you wouldn't want to see the Masters just yet. Does this mean you regained your spells, brother? No. I couldn't get myself to go into a trance. I'm excited to see the Masters because I am going to tell them the truth about Alvin and about what's happening to me.
I don't know if that's the best idea. I mean, I don't know if they believe you, and like, even if they did, I don't know what they could do to help.
If I do this, there won't be any need to hide that I forgot my spells. The other Masters might even be able to help me relearn them.
Yeah, but like, you don't know that they'll actually be understanding and all, like,
Ash gulped and took a deep breath. After a moment, Ash said, That's a big step. You know I support you, brother, but I'm just curious why you want to tell the Masters about Alvin. I've been thinking about this. I'm getting tired of hiding the biggest part of me from everyone that I'm around. I want to come clean. I grew up hiding what I was doing from the Valdorians, from our parents. When I tried to explain to our parents, it always felt like they were listening, but they didn't really hear me. At one point, I didn't know what more I could say to feel less alone, so I stopped trying to tell them everything. But then I connected to my counterpart. Luthor looked at Ash. And now I met you. Both of you made me feel less alone. Ash looked elated as Luthor smiled. I want to continue finding people who understand me because it feels good. Ash nodded and said, I support you all the way, brother. I'm sure the Masters would appreciate your honesty. And Head Guild Master Crane is like your best friend, so I believe he would do anything to help you.
I mean, yeah, I do get where Luthor's coming from, and yeah, but like I feel like it's definitely a big step. Like I don't know if they'd actually believe him, so I'm not sure if he should tell them the entire truth. Like, I mean, I understand why he wants to, and like I think it is a good idea. I just don't know if they'll like actually believe him or help him or not.
Masters are the most powerful mages in the land. Maybe they know how to reverse what Alvin did to me. Even if they can't, maybe they can help me find First Mage Ezra.
That would be handy.
Ash said, oh, that's a good idea. If anyone can help with Alvin, it should be the First Mage. Ash said, are you going to tell Riley too? Ash said, are you going to tell Riley too? Or have you already told her? I haven't told Riley yet. I want to tell her, but I don't want her to worry about me. Right now there's a lot of uncertainty for me, so I'll tell her as soon as I feel more grounded in this life.
Very fair.
Luthor paused. Ash, did you miss the big guild battle you were excited about because of me? Ash grinned sheepishly. Ash said, oh, don't worry about that. You said if I remembered anything important I should tell you, so I'm just happy I could help you.
Oh no! Did you really have to miss the battle? Oh no, I actually feel so bad because, like, Ash was so excited about that.
Did you wait outside this whole time? Ash said, yeah. I didn't want to go inside in case Riley came home. I didn't want to make her suspicious of you.
Oh no! Oh my gosh, guys, I feel bad.
Luthor paused. I don't know what to say. Luthor looked at Ash warmly. Thank you, Ash.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Luthor looked down at the hand still holding the barbecue chip bag. He held out the bag to Ash. Here. On my visit to Valdor, they had barbecue chips. I said, here. On my visit to Valdor, they had barbecue chips. I saved them for you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Ash's face lit up. Ash took the chips and said, Holy Muffy. Thank you, brother. The last time I had barbecue chips was when everyone working at my cafe pitched in and purchased one bag. We were only Ash's face lit up. Ash took the chips and said, Holy Muffy. Thank you, brother. The last time I had barbecue chips was when everyone working at my cafe pitched in and purchased one bag. We were only able to eat like one chip each. Ash held the chip bag gingerly. Ash said, I can't wait to share this with A, C, and Allison.
I mean, you have to share it.
Luthor smiled.
Also, Allison? Oh my gosh, Allison as well, like from the guild?
Ash said, did you get to see Key, Janos? Valdor is a dead end right now. Janos won't see me. Ash said, Grr, that makes me angry. Luthor tilted his head up towards the sky. The Masters meeting is on Unity, right? Ash nodded. How do I get up there? Ash's brow furrowed again. Ash sighed and said, I have no idea. I'm sorry, brother. I wish I had more knowledge about the Masters.
I mean, I'm assuming they use like teleport spells, but don't know how you're gonna do that if you don't know any of your spells. Maybe you could try going into a trance again?
Luthor paused. Ash, I'm sorry to ask this of you, but do you have any teleport orbs you can spare me? I don't have any gold on me right now, and Riley and others might have questions if I buy teleport orbs. Ash said, say no more. I have 4 orbs saved for emergencies.
Oh,
if you need more, I can always borrow some gold. All I need is 2. Thank you so much, Ash. Ash dug into a pouch and pulled out all 4 orbs and handed them to Luthor.
Oh my
Ash grinned and said, take them all, brother. I still think I got the better end of the trade. I'm so excited about these chips, brother.
Oh my gosh, guys. Ash just like keeps having like points on the niceness scoreboard.
Luthor looked at the 4 orbs before taking them. Thank you, Ash. Luthor took a deep breath.
A million thank yous, Ash.
Okay, I don't want to keep you. I'm going to do some research on the Masters to prepare. Ash said, Ugh, I wish I could help answer your questions about the masters, but I'm afraid I'll tell you the wrong things. Ellipsis. Ash. I'm grateful for what you have done for me today. After I get used to this new life, don't let me forget that I still have to help you with math. Ash's body seemed to be moving to an internal tune of happiness. Ash said, I love you, brother. Ash said, good luck at your meeting tomorrow. Ash said, good luck at your meeting tomorrow. I feel nervous, but I also have a good feeling about it.
I mean, if you have a good feeling, then hopefully, it'll be good.
Luthor took a deep breath. Me too. I feel nervous, but I also believe I'll feel really good after I say what I have to say.
I mean, yeah, but hopefully they believe you, because that will probably help as well,
Luthor smiled at Ash. Are you heading back to the guild? Ash nodded. Be safe, Ash. Ash waved goodbye and said, I'll write to you soon, brother. Ash walked away. System message, Luthor is waiting. Tomorrow sounds like a big day for you, Luthor. I'm nervous, but excited for you too. One of 3 responses.
It really does sound like a big day.
I hope the council meeting isn't boring. 2 of 3 say nothing. 3 of...
I'm feeling it won't be boring. I'm just speculating though.
Tomorrow sounds like a big day for you, Luthor. I'm nervous, but excited. Luthor pressed a hand to his chest. Oh boy. My heart is beating pretty fast and I'm not even at the meeting. I hope I can say the right words tomorrow.
That'll be hard, but all I can wish you is good luck.
Luthor entered the house. Luthor listened for a bit. Riley doesn't seem to be home. This is my time to take a good look around my own home.
Yeah, probably you should probably know your way around, just
Luthor took a deep breath. Tomorrow is an important day for me. I'll talk to you later. The pocket watch clicked closed. System message, connection lost. 11 hours 59 minutes 54 seconds.
Oh my word. Okay, that is a long timer. Well, hopefully hopefully he's able, maybe he'll be able to go into another trance. I kind of am hoping that for his sake, and also hopefully he learns his way around his house and he can think up some interesting and good things to say to the masters to convince them, because yeah, I feel like that's gonna be hard. But what do I know? So yeah, we'll see anyway.
The lid of the pocket watch clicked open. Master of Illusion Portia Del Rose-eyed Luthor from across the crystal table on Unity. All 7 masters sat around the table.
Oh my gosh. Okay then. Time went fast.
Luthor caught Portia's gaze as he took his hand out of his cloak pocket. Luthor looked around the table. His eyes settled on Sol Ignis, who was standing behind the chair of Master of Fire, Brunna Basker. Sol is no longer the teenager from the Valdorian trials, but a man in his early 30s with long, slicked back red hair. Brunna is a small woman with childlike features and wavy, gradient hair of dark orange to red to light peach that contrasts stunningly against her light caramel skin. Master of Lightning, Oliver Crane, cleared his throat and said, It's my turn to run the meeting, so let's begin. Luthor inhaled deeply as he gazed at Oliver, who looked striking, clean-cut and confident, with dark olive-coloured hair tinted with shades of brown and dark-coloured eyes. Oliver said, We have 4 things on the agenda. First, Oliver said, We have 4 things on the agenda. First, Sol Ignis will take over the title of Master of Fire from Brunna Basker. Second, we'll look over our approval ratings.
Okay, things are happening. Things are definitely happening. Okay, so Sol is gonna be Master of Fire now. Kind of unfortunate, I must say, but, yeah.
Master of Water, Indra Frost, looked over at Oliver before sighing softly. While Luthor is the youngest master, Indra is the oldest. She has white hair and her face has noticeable wrinkles with a cold and uptight expression. While Luthor is the youngest master, Indra is the oldest. She has white hair and her face has noticeable wrinkles with a cold and uptight expression. Indra is wearing blue-framed glasses. Oliver said, Third on the agenda, Master Sanguine will update us on Brayfulgur. Lastly, we'll discuss how we plan to lessen the tension between us and the Crystallis.
Okay, sounds like a pretty solid meeting plan.
Master of Dark Philoto Sanguine groaned. Oliver gave him a stern look. An expression of curiosity spread over Luthor's face as he heard Brayfulgur mentioned. Luthor eyed the Chow Mein Cow mask Philoto wore over his face. He is also wearing a Chow Mein Cow branded shirt underneath his master's cloak.
He really likes his restaurants.
Oliver looked at Brunna and said, First order of business, Master Basker, thank you for your service. Do you have anything you would like to say to everyone before you pass on your chair at the table? Brunna looked down at her lap. Oliver walked over to Brunna's chair and bent down. Brunna whispered something into Oliver's ear. Oliver said, Master Basker would like to say she enjoyed working with everyone to serve Alyncia. Brunna whispered to Oliver again. Oliver said, that's a very sweet thing of you to say, Master Basker. I know you're shy. Oliver said, that's a very sweet thing of you to say, Master Basker. I know you're shy, but this is your last council meeting. I'm sure everyone would love to hear from you directly today. Brunna gulped. Brunna gulped. She looked around the table and squeezed her eyes shut. Brunna said, ellipsis, I love, ellipsis. So Basker, ellipsis. Master Ignis, ellipsis. Thank you. Brunna bolted up from her seat, looking flustered. Brunna held out her hand to Sol, who still stood behind her chair. Sol's eyes widened as Brunna teleported away as soon as he shook her hand. Oliver placed a hand on Sol's shoulder and said, Welcome to the Master's Council, Master Ignis.
Okay, that was a bit unexpected, I must say. Oh my, okay, quick side note, the music, guys, the music, I can't, it's just amazing, okay? It's just actually, like, one of my favorite soundtracks. Anyway, okay, that's okay, random, okay.
Sol immediately sat down in the chair Brunna vacated.
Of course he did, I'm sure, yeah, okay.
Sol said, Thank you, Master Crane. What did Master Basker whisper to you that last time?
Being nosy, Sol Ignis. Ugh, how dare you?
Oliver walked back to his seat and sat down. He said, Brunna wanted to tell us that she loves the Santa. Please come visit her in Basker whenever we'd like. She also said that she is very impressed with your Ignis amulet, Master Ignis, and hopes it will inspire more people to become fire mages.
That's very sweet.
Sol grinned widely and said, Well, I'm honored to be sitting amongst mages I have looked up to my whole life. Sol looked at everyone else besides Luthor as he said this. Valdor said, Ugh, Brunna left before I could pass out the snowbird my girlfriend made. I brought it for Brunna's last day. I guess I will have to visit her later to make sure she gets some.
That sounds nice.
Indra rubbed her hands together and said, What about the rest of us?
It must be very good bread.
Valdor said, Of course, I brought enough to share with everyone else too. A piece of white bread decorated with silver snowflakes phased in front of everyone.
Wow.
Indra picked up the bread from the paper container it rested in. She bit into it and said, Oh, it's even sparkly on the inside. Beautiful and yummy. I like this new girlfriend of yours, Master Sanguine. Valdor nodded and said, You're welcome, Master Frost. My girlfriend loves sparkly things, so it's reflected in all her baking. Do you want another piece? Indra looked tempted, but she cleared her throat and said, I really wish I could, but it's been hard keeping the weight off lately. This snowbird tastes amazing though. Valdor nodded, his charming cow mask moving up and down. He said, The snowbird my girlfriend makes is one of my favorites too. And I thought they're...
Oh my god.
Valdor nodded, his charming cow mask moving up and down. He said, The snowbird my girlfriend makes is one of my favorites too. And I thought they're perfect to bring to today's meeting when we're flying over the snowy lands of Icegate.
Oh wow, that is perfect.
Luthor looked down, past the transparent floor of Unity, to the land of ice and snow beneath. Particles glittered beneath the solid ice and lit up the terrain, like stars in the sky. Higher densities of light shone from the towns located on the ice, but no inhabitants could be seen outside.
That, I don't know, it sounds very magical, to be sure.
A large, muscled creature with multiple tusks growing out of its head and a long fish-like tail ran to an edge of the ice and dove into the water. It soon crawled back up with a few large fish pierced on each of its tusks.
What is that thing?
Even though it must be very cold and windy in the ice gates right now, the weather is not felt at the Master's table on Unity.
Huh.
Indra finished eating her snowbread. She said, I've always been curious about this. Have any of your girlfriends tried to remove your mask, Master Sanguine? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, random question.
Valdor chuckled behind his charming cow mask and said, Of course, but trying to remove my mask is a deal breaker for me. Master of Light, Eve Goldwell, said, Do you make any sort of allowances? It's natural for the woman you're dating to be curious about the appearance of the man she loves. Eve has a serious look on her face. She has high cheekbones framed by wavy blonde hair. Everything about her appearance looks very natural. Valdor said, I'm upfront right from the start that my mask stays on. If she doesn't like it, then there are plenty of other people in the world for the both of us. Saw said, What if it's an accident, Master Sanguine? Isn't it good to forgive someone if they didn't mean to do wrong? Saw said,
Oh my
What
gosh.
if it's... Valdor said, Sure, but my patience doesn't apply to people who try to take off my mask. Oliver cleared his throat and said, We have the results from our annual evaluation survey. Salt shot a look at Oliver and said, Was I included in this evaluation round? Oliver nodded and said, the evaluation survey happened after you were announced as the next Master of Fire. Saul said, how does the evaluation survey work? Luthor glanced gratefully at Saul.
Yeah.
Oliver said, Luthor...
He's unknowingly helping a lot.
Oliver said, anyone can participate in this survey. Oliver said, people score us based on how they think we are performing and provide us with any feedback or comments they have. Oliver said, people score us based on how they think we are performing and provide us with any feedback or comments they have. All results of the survey are made public. He said, if your rating is below 30%, then you are in danger of losing your chair at this table. Oliver said, a low rating means a public tribunal will be held for your immediate removal as master. In the tribunal, you will get to state your case and only mages who are practicing the element you are master of can vote to remove you from the council. Oliver kept his eye on Indra. Saul said, what if I get a low rating? I haven't had a chance to do anything as master yet. Oliver kept his eye on Indra.
Is she in danger of being removed? She seems nice.
Oliver said, your score doesn't matter this time, Master Ignis, but the initial feedback from people is valuable. Saul took a deep breath and looked relieved. Indra leaned back in her chair and said, wait, can we wait a moment before we receive our evaluation? All other masters besides Luthor and Saul gave Indra a knowing nod. Indra looked up at the sky and inhaled deeply. Indra looked up at the sky and inhaled deeply. She smiled and said, okay, I'm ready.
I feel kind of bad. I hope she isn't removed.
A stack of tomes phased in front of each master. Eve sighed loudly as she looked at her 11 tomes. Eve sighed loudly as she looked at her 11 tomes. She ate up her snowbread. Vlotto said, why the sigh, Master Guildwell? You never know.
Oh my god.
Vlotto said, why the sigh, Master Guildwell? You never know, those could be 11 tomes worth of nice things people said about you. Eve shook her head and gave Vlotto an exasperated look. She said, that has never been the case.
Oh no. Oh no, are 2 people in danger of being removed? Oh my god.
Saul said, what is considered a good rating? Oliver said, masters typically achieve a rating of 60–70%. Luthor looked at his 4 thick tomes. He took a deep breath and opened up the top tome. On the first page, it read approval rating 62% Master of Earth, 67% Master of Wind. Luthor flipped through the tome. Following the approval rating was a large heading labeled Comments on Feedback. Luthor skimmed a comment. It read, I want to love Master Timecrest, but I can't help but think he is just a pretty boy. He promised us an infinity pouch. I've been waiting for what seems like an infinity. The only thing that overrated Master Timecrest seems to be making is an infinity of false promises.
Oh, well, that's not the best comment to, be receiving, so...
Can you read some more of your comments, Luthor? One of 3
Probably not a good idea considering the first one, but hopefully, maybe the others are nice.
You should eat the snowbird, Luthor. 2 of 3 respond.
Oh yeah, I forgot he would have... I want him to try that. I want to see what he can
Say
do.
nothing. 3 of 3. Vertical scroll. Descriptive help. Pocket watch. Descriptive help.
You know what?
Button.
We're seeing if there's any more nice comments.
Can you read some more of your comments?
We
Luthor.
need niceness. Come on, people. Is there anything nice you have to say? He got like a 62 and 67% rating,
Responded. Luthor continued to read his comments. Descriptive. Luthor continued. Another comment read. I love that Master Timecrest became a master at such a young age. Gives the rest of us hope that we don't have to be old and grey to become someone important.
That's sweet.
The next comment read. Master Tenerin is a way better Master of Earth than Master Timecrest.
That's not so sweet.
The next one read. Master Timecrest is my style. The next one read. I feel like Master Timecrest will get his own collector's cards to never come out of my packs.
I mean, that's not a negative comment.
The next one read. One of Master Timecrest's family members goes to my guild and gets to hang out with head guild Master Crane's brother, all the time. But when I try to talk to Alistair Crane, I get the cold shoulder. I feel like Master Timecrest's family member is getting preferential treatment and that isn't right.
I think that's just a personal decision from AC's point. I don't know what this person is saying.
Luthor looked up as Vlotto laughed from across the table. Vlotto said. Luthor looked up as Vlotto laughed from across the table. Vlotto said, one mage wants to say, why is Master Sanguine making noodles instead of doing real work? I can't survive making 10 gold a day, so I know Master Sanguine doesn't need extra gold. Is he just greedy or is he really a merchant in disguise?
Wow.
Vlotto turned to Portia and said, what do you think, Master Delrose? Am I just another one of your greedy merchants? Portia said, I wish you were, Master Sanguine. I hear. Portia said, I wish you were, Master Sanguine. I hear business at Chalmeen Cows booming. Indra is skimming through her tome without saying anything. Oliver is looking over in her direction. After a while, Indra said, here's one of mine. Master Frost needs a better face. She looks like a mean, old woman. Now my child doesn't want to be a water mage like me because she's afraid of ending up looking like Master Frost. Can Master Delrose make Master Frost's face look better with illusion magic? Or maybe Master Frost can just wear a mask like Master Sanguine.
That's so rude! Oh my word!
Indra said. Another person said, why does Master Frost look angry all the time? She's a master. If I was a master, I'd be so happy.
Are these all from children? I don't get this.
Indra sighed and said, well, I think I need a drink or 2 or 10. Portia said, join me in Ormhalley after this meeting, Master Frost. Indra nodded and said, you read my mind, Master Delrose. Portia said, remember to bring your gold. Indra shook one finger in the air and said, I know nothing in Ormhalley is for free. Eve groaned as she looked at her stack of tomes. Eve groaned as she looked at her stack of tomes. She said, count me in for those drinks too. Sol looked up from his tome and said, my approval rating is 93%.
Huh. Okay.
Sol smirked, looking especially proud as he said, one mage wants to say, I became a fire mage because I want to be like Master Ignis one day. Thanks for inspiring me, Master Ignis.
I mean, that's a nice thing to say.
Sol said. Another mage said, I'm so happy that Master Ignis will be our next Master of Fire. He deserves it.
Now he's just bragging, oh my gosh.
Eve said, are you just reading the good ones, Master Ignis?
Mm-hmm.
The corner of Sol's mouth twitched. Sol looked like he was almost sneering as he said, people approve of me. Something wrong with that, Master Goldwell?
Oh my gosh, this guy, no.
Eve shrugged and said, people like fresh blood. Enjoyed while it... Eve shrugged and said, people like fresh blood. Enjoyed while it lasts, Master Ignis. Sol smirked at the look of despair on Eve's face. He said, what is your current approval rating, Master Goldwell? Do tell.
Oh my gosh, this guy, no. He's just like, basically just trying to make her look bad.
Eve said, it's none of your business, but it's 36%. Eve said, it's none of your business, but it's 36%. I'm only telling you because I'm not afraid of what people think of me, including you, Master Ignis. Sol said, Eve said, it's none of your business, but it's 36%. I'm only telling you because I'm not afraid of what people think of me, including you, Master Ignis. All that matters to me is that I continue to do what I feel is right.
That is the good attitude. That is the attitude you're supposed to have.
Sol said, would you like to share some of your feedback with the rest of us? Perhaps we can help you improve. I would hate to see you have your title stripped from you, Master Goldwell.
This guy needs to, no offense, shut up.
Eve crossed her arms and said, I have met your sister before, Master Ignis. Scarlet was a brilliant fire mage. I would say she was better than you. Too bad. She passed. Otherwise, I think she will be the Master of Fire at this moment.
Oh, that's a jab.
Sol stood up from his chair and pounded both fists on the table. Sol stood up from his chair and pounded both fists on the table. All the masters looked at him with surprise, except Luthor. Through gritted teeth.
Yeah, Luthor knows what this guy is like already.
Through gritted teeth, Sol said, don't pretend like you know anything about me or my sister. You're just jealous that I got a better rating than you, Master Goldwell.
Mm-hmm. You wish.
Before he could say anything else, Oliver looked at Sol and said, Master Ignis, that's enough. Oliver said, Master Ignis, Master Goldwell, remember you two are on the same side.
That's important too.
Sol looked around the table at all the staring eyes of the masters. He took a deep breath and sat down. Sol and Eve looked away from one another.
Okay, and I think that is where we'll have to end off for this week because yeah, I don't know. That was definitely a confrontation. I was not really expecting that going into this meeting. Sol is the Master of Fire now. Oh, come on, my day was just getting good. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I guess we'll see if Luthor is able to convince the Masters of what has been going on recently in his life. And yeah, you know, hopefully everything will go well, and yeah, I guess we'll see next week. So stick around if you want to see that, I guess. Please like this video if you did enjoy it, and consider pressing that subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll see you next time.